Hi, welcome to Scrapbooking with Lanita. This is the last day of Think Pink month or breast cancer awareness. And let me just hide this and show my face. And today's page is a nod towards that. And because we have been, Creative Memories had some great specials with pink things, and one of them being this, which is very fun. I love the saying, a crafty life is a happy life. And it truly is, isn't it? It just really, this is my happy place with all my scrapbooking stuff. And so today's idea is this one. I want to make this in front of you. And part of what I wanted to point out was that in the pictures, they really have maroon on, and yet the pink, the Totally Tonals pink works. So let me just rearrange this and bring the solo screen up and add to the stage. And I'll do this part as the little solo layout, and let's get started. I have written directions here. There are, of course, the pink pen. There's some just fun pink things that I'll be using today. Okay, and then I do have some borders that I think I'll just do it on another session. I was going to cram it into this one, but I want to make this fairly short and sweet. Set this over here. Actually, I'm just going to put the directions up there briefly. And this is the Totally Tonal Soft Pink that I'm using from. Now, I went and looked last night and I realized that it's discontinued already, or ran out is maybe what I should say, which I feel bad because I was hoping to have this recorded before that happened. But anyway, obviously you could watch it a year from now and just use any pink you have. The Azalea Shimmer is also what I'm using as this base. It works really well to perhaps tone down the pink and bring in other colors. The other thing is the Totally Tonals words. Now this is the pink sticker set, but any of these words work well for any layout, and that's why I really like these. These are still around, the Totally Tonal Pumpkin and Canary, and a lot of these are still here. Okay, I'll get started with this. And I have a few pictures here. So I'm going to use a few different papers. It's always fun to use different papers so you can get, ideas on all of them. And like this set has more pinks in it and has the pink polka dot aprons, which is always fun. And then it could also, I'll show it with a couple of these sets. I guess this is the one, just to show you, at the end, what types of pictures could work. Obvious, I think you just know. I'm just liking to, I like to show different things. All right. Now, I'm not going to cut out the center just because you know how to do that already. I'm going to use the same base, and then following these directions, it is the 12 by 12 base, of course. And then this is going to be 10 and a fourth for this one. It's just a little tiny, tiny snippet of paper. So, when you do this on your own, you can totally cut out a piece from the inside. Okay. And then it's nice to have these for later. We always use strips. In fact, that's why I decided to do some of the borders, because we end up with a lot of strips using this. Now, the other thing about this is a specific nod towards a really fun set of pictures. There's only 3 pictures to the page. And the other one that I made last week with an insert like this, I skinnied it up, as in made this bigger, but this time I'm not going to. In other words, I'm making more of a border for the nod to the pink. All right, So 10 1/4, and then the inner piece, I did Azalea Shimmer, and that's 10 inch, but for this one, I'm going to do the pink cardstock. So 10 by 10. And if you use top loading sleeves, then it really, and again, this is something you could cut out, like that inner piece. I think I already said that part. And yeah, not a lot of the polka dots show, just a little nod to it. All right, now on this part, I will bring out I'll bring this out because it's helpful if you want to get it straight. You've done enough of these with me that you know that I usually don't like measure and make sure it's all straight, but for this one, I will. And so it's a little under 1 inch for each side here. All right, and then this one should be right at the 11 and the 1 right there. Okay, there we go. That is fit. And that's why I put the adhesive on here, because it's a lot easier to pull it up and fix it. It's just easier to bring it up. Okay. That still looks crooked to me, but it's easy to bring it over. Those polka dots are kind of sitting, like making me a little woo on this. Okay, there we go. That's set on that. Yeah, I think that can be it on that part. All right, so the next part is this part. And for this, I am going to use, yeah, I think I do want to bring back to the polka dots. And this piece is 10 by 1.5. And I put white strip because that was the white with pink. But this is the polka dots, so that's going to be 10 by 1.5. This is, I suppose I should measure and make sure I'm at 1.5. Yes, I am. So then this is going to be 10.5. And that's going to be right there. So it overhangs this part here. That does not look like 10. I think it should be 10 1/4 because I don't want it to overhang the whole thing. In fact, you know what? I think I want it like I did this one. I'm going to just fill it in. So it's going to be 10. Oh, it does say, oh my goodness, I'm not reading it. It is 10 by 1.5. What? Oh my goodness, I can't even read my own directions. Okay, that's why it was a little confusing to me. It's written there, and that's why it's written. Okay, as I'm looking at this, do I want this side or do I want this side? Let me look at my pictures. And that's one of the fun things about prepping the pictures ahead of time. Sometimes it's just nice to prepare them ahead of time so that you kind of know, like, what do I want to highlight? I think I'll highlight those and this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will highlight this. So I'm going to do the polka dotted because that's a nod to that. All right, now this is where the fun part is of bringing out all your scraps to make your 1.5 by 1.5 inch, 1 1/4 inch squares. Look at the things, 1.5 inch square, 1 1/4 inch squares to fit into this 1.5 inch strip. All right. And if you can put this higher up, but because I want to highlight pictures, I'm going to bring it down a bit, not have a lot of space in there. Okay. Does that look straight? Because I didn't measure, but All right, now for all these little squares. So on this one, I'm only going to use this side, and I'll recut that. I like to keep my scraps in one of the the simple sleeves because it has 2 closed corners and 2 open corners. So it's just really easy to go find those little scraps. What a great use for these, huh? And I'm just going to see if there's any that are 1 1/4. And if there aren't, then I will, cut it down. Oops, all right. So ooh, I got 1 here. So I got 2 here. So how perfect is this? I guess I could go this direction. That might be easier. So I have 2, and I think I want to use the darker colors on that. So I'll use those 2. Of course, this one, let's see if that one, ooh, that one is perfect too. So 1 1/4, make sure I don't get mixed up on those. And another one just because it's so pretty. Okay, so those 2 darkish ones. I already did that color. I haven't done this one. Let's see if this gives me a 1 1/4. I tell you, I just love using up these scraps. It's a great way to use them up. Making little squares. Now, the square maker, the older one would work for this too. All right. Now, I said we need 6 squares. And, I wanted to use this one, huh? Yeah, I like this one. I have to cut it down just a bit, but maybe I'm going to have to do it this direction. I know I'm off the camera a bit, but you don't necessarily have to. And I was thinking of making these squares ahead of time, but sometimes it's just good to see, how to choose and whatever. Okay. All right. So there's that. And, maybe this could go here, maybe a lighter one here. And here's the harder part on this. Let me just do a little. These little pieces here, the little squares, it's hard to get them all lined up. That's what I found. But the good thing is that, okay, so I think that's what I want, and I don't need that one. More polka dots is what I want. So first, I'm just going to go on this side and then on this side. And usually I like to tape them all up at once, but in this case, because I'm kind of going feeling my way over as I, let's see, you can still see this, okay. So I'll put this one here because if I need to move it, then, and I didn't put it on here, which is what I usually do. So I think I'm good on the distance. Okay, and then this is going to go here. And then this is a blank one. And the sticker goes there. Okay, so it's just kind of a nod to, color, the pink color here on these. They're not like loud and in your face. Okay. Now for this one, I can use a square. You Make Me Smile. I love that one. I could, okay, here's the other one. Oh, My Happy Project. I love that too. Okay, maybe I'll have to use this one elsewhere. So this is a larger square, and I love that. That's like, makes it pop. And then this is the one that will be popping more. Now we have kind of 2 colors that are very much the same, or, the same colors. So I'm going to switch this one. And this indeed will go to the beginning, kind of matching that one. It's okay. All right, what happens is, of course, people look at these and not so much that. But, as I'm making it, it's like, I want to change that around. Okay, now it's almost finished except for the words. And this is what I wanted to also bring attention to. These are all these little words lined up here. So you want to decide what of this, which one you want here first. Because if you want a smaller one, then you're going to put more words along here. Like, which is your central piece up here? Let's see, that's remember all the, okay, let me just see if I have something else here. Now I have this one that I made before. And oh, and I was going to say something about the pink stuff too. My Ramona loves pink. And that was another reason why I wanted to make this page. And my favorite color was pink when I was growing up too. So, you know, it's just fun to fill it up with pink. All right, so again, I am looking here. Perfect and amazing. That was the project they were doing. How sweet it is. Okay, well, it wasn't a sweet. Good times. I want to do that one. Now this matches that a lot. So here's another thing that I've done. In fact, I did that here. I cut out the bubble word punch, the word bubble out of here, and then I used this piece. So I wonder, I'm just going to take that off and reuse it. It was just a little demo that I did. So I'm going to take this off because I want this piece to be the under piece. So, you know, I can reuse this if I don't ruin it. Don't worry, I've done this before where I like decide to do something else. And then this is going to be right here so that I'll have a little bit of this, you know, look, right? I'm going to put that one there. And I also used this on here already, but let me show you. When you have all this sticky stuff, this powder, which is called Anti-Stick Powder Tool from Creative Memories, is amazing. You just put it all over it. Well, and it's better to do it here, you know. But then it's not going to be all sticky like this used to, like, you know, fall in to the page, because I'm going to put that briefly there just to look at my words. It would smash down into the page, and now it's not going to stick onto the page and smash in. All right, all the words. Here are all the words. All right. So much fun. Yes. Say yes to adventure. Yes. Caught up in the moment. Let's party. That's what they were playing. What about this? This is from this pumpkin set, I think. Love is all you need. Do what you love. Enjoy the ride. Good stuff. Let's see. Enjoy the little things. Remember when find. Okay, one of a kind. Good stuff. All right. I'm looking at things that would be good for, you know, for Ramona and Ender. All right, that is going to be there. And that one ended up a little crooked. These letters are not too difficult to place, which is really fun. Okay, I guess that's what it's going to be, huh? Say yes to adventure. Okay, that's going to go just a little teeny bit of the pink there. So much fun. It looks like I need one more longish one. Let's see. Love you. That's a good one. Okay. Let's see if there's another one here. Memories that last forever. It's a fun one too. So that's a little bit long. So much fun. And then I'm going to cut memories off here. And again, this is part of what I want to show you. And let's see. So here's this part there and the memories. Okay, so here's what I did on the other one. I ended up cutting some of the white off so that I would be able to fit more. And this is, I know this is a little time consuming, but this is all part of, ooh, that one pulled up and not, that one hasn't done like that. So maybe I won't be able to cut it. Or maybe we change it up a bit and maybe I just make this pop. See, there's always ways to fix it, huh? Don't you love it? Okay, so I think I said, there we go. I'm going to make this pop so that it will look like, oh, there we go. Isn't that fun? You can do that. You can do that too. I haven't done Creative Memories for 35 years, and this is like my whole anniversary month, so that's just fun, to celebrate. Okay, now I want to write a little bit, and I'll do my writing down here. This is going to go up top, and I'm not sure how it's going to fit yet, but we are almost done. This doesn't have to be a focal point, but there's all that stuff, so that can be covered up. But we do want the project to show and the Play-Doh to show. Okay, there we go. So that is that. Did I finish? Oh, wait, here, one more. If you want to put one more, or if you want to write more, but the little triangle 1, 2, and 3. Wasn't there something else I wanted to say? Oh, you make me smile. Yeah, that one was what I wanted to say. Let's see. And maybe another dark little pink one here. You make me smile. A little bit of this, and I'm going to put this on right off the bat because see how it just wants to stick to everything, which obviously we were always okay with until now. Now that we have this, then this isn't going to stick down. Okay, is that a bit much? That might be a bit much, huh? Okay, so this one is going to go, yeah, you make me smile. I'm going to pop this right up here just because of him and her expression and the way he makes us laugh and makes us laugh. Okay. And usually we put 3 little things, like 3 on here, but I think that's good. And then I will journal. All right. That is it for the page. And let's see if there's anything else. Oh, I'm sitting on my cutter. I sat down and then, I'm sitting on the trimmer. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I don't want to forget that part. All right. So let's take this set, and there was a saying that said, what was the one? Oh, caught up in the moment. Wouldn't that be so perfect for this one or even that one? Okay. So look at your pictures, see what it is, see what works. That one would be a great one. And then you could put a little skinny one here of the pink stuff. Okay. So there are some really fun ways to use this, and you could use this design over and over, make a nice 2-page spread. This will be, what is this? Oh, that's part of the sticker, the 2-page spread. All right. Okay. So let's exit solo here. Exit solo layout. And I want to thank you for, let me just bring up my banner. It's thank you for scrapbooking with Lanita today. I love having you all join me, and thank you for subscribing to my YouTube. That's called Scrapbooking with Lanita too. I'm looking over at my stuff here. Okay. So you can order product from my website, and I so appreciate your orders. Thank you for that. And then if you want retired product, that is somewhere here. Oh, it's called Scrapbooking with Lanita. Let's see. Do I have that? I do. There you go. That's the one. Oh, yeah. So that's my website for retired product. Okay. Thank you so much. The sun is just shining in. It's going to be 70 degrees here in Maine today. Isn't that so good? Look at the sun. It's so fun, huh? Shining into this big sunny room. Have a sunny, beautiful life, day, weekend. Thank you for joining me today.